Happy Wednesday to you, Bridge Community Church. I hope you're well. I'm shelter in place here in my little office in the backyard. Many of you are with me, not with me in my office, but you're with me in being shelter in place. For those of you that are working, essential workers, we're grateful for your service, whether you're in the food industry, grocery, if you're in law enforcement or the medical field. Thank you for what you do in this very uncertain time. We're grateful for you. I wanted to read to you out of Psalm 46. It's a verse that many of you are familiar with. You've read it before. You might know it by heart. You've got the t-shirt. But it's a psalm that I think is fitting for the day. We're entering into Holy Week. Not entering into it, we're in it. We started on Sunday with the triumphal entry, where we learned about Jesus coming into Jerusalem riding a donkey and coming in as the Prince of Peace to bring peace, reconciliation between us and God by bearing the weight of the sin of the world on his shoulders and dying on the cross on our behalf. Monday's the day that Jesus came in and cleansed the temple, and there's so much to be said about that, but what really rings true in my heart as I reflect on the temple cleansing is that God is a God of justice, and he's going to make right everything that's wrong. And there'll be a day of ultimate justice where God restores all things, where he fixes everything that's broken. And I'm so grateful for that day. It produces so much hope in me, and I'm sure does you as well. Tuesday was a day where Jesus did some teaching, but the thing that I think about when it comes to Tuesday, that the gospel records Tuesday is a day where Judas made a decision. Judas' decision was to betray Jesus over some pieces of silver. And what a day that was, I'm sure. And not only for Judas, but for Jesus, just knowing what was coming. And Tuesday leads to Wednesday, which is pretty obvious. But Wednesday is a day we don't know a whole lot about from the gospel accounts. Wednesday is called the Silent Day in the Passion or the Holy Week. And what's fitting about silent days in this psalm, I think the way that they connect together is we kind of need some of those days sometimes when so much is going on. I think the overused phrase of the century is these are unprecedented times. They certainly are. And in this unprecedented moment for us, where things are overwhelming, certainly for Jesus in his final week, things get overwhelming. It's good to have a silent week. A silent day. And it's not a day where we don't talk. It's a day where we allow ourselves to settle in. And here's what the scripture says. Let me read it over you. It says this in Psalm 46 in verse 10. Be still and know that I'm God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. That phrase ends with the word Selah. Selah is a Hebrew word. It means musical interlude. And it's a time for us to listen to the scripture and let it settle over us as the original ones hearing it would hear beautiful music playing in the background that would allow them to really take to heart what's being said. Be still and know that I'm God. We often say to one another, God's got this. He's got this. He understands the beginning from the end. So whatever it is that you're holding on to, whatever's heavy in your heart, be still and know that he is God. As the week plays out, it's pretty amazing. The week leads up until a very special day that's coming. Jesus had events that took place each and every day. Thursday, Friday. We know that Friday was the day where Jesus bore the weight of the world on his shoulders by dying on the cross. He didn't stay on the cross. He went to the tomb on Saturday, but something special and eternal and hugely significant happens on Sunday. He rises from the dead and he's alive today. So be encouraged with the resurrection power of Jesus on this Wednesday, known as the Silent Day. Be still and know that he's God. Stuff's going on for sure, but Sunday's coming. Sunday's the day where we remember forever and ever that he's alive. God bless you. I pray that you have an awesome day.